What's going on, kings and queens? It's your boy Willis Blessed with another episode of the Secret Sauce Podcast, the ingredients of the underdogs. I got my right hand 50 grand with me. Marlon, how you feeling, baby?
Man, bro, I'm feeling blessed, man. Super excited to be here, man. And listen, man, Secret Sauce Podcast, we are here.
Yeah, let's go, man. And listen to me. So some of y'all like, man, who is this baby face in the middle? Right? Listen to me, man. This is our dog. This is our brother, man. I'm telling you right now, this dude, man, here, man, you already know what it is, fam. I'm so super excited to have you here with us, man, today. And, man, this is Jeremy Funderburk, the GOAT, man. How you feeling, Jack?
Man, I'm blessed, Kings, man. Thanks for having me on the platform.
You already know, man. So, man, you already know, man, we had to get you on here, man, and just give that game to the people, man. There's a lot of, we literally created this podcast because there's a lot of underdogs out here, right? And, we've had this conversation in the past conferences that we went to, just people overlooking people, right? Mm-hmm. And so, I definitely think it's super beneficial to have you here today to speak about your expertise. But before we get into that expertise, Marlon, what question would you have for him to ask, like the journey-wise?
Man, bro, I would love to just want to hear your backstory about just corporate America and just kind of what made you, you know what I'm saying, just take that leap into the brand you have built today from the ground up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Corporate America, my best friend. Nah, man. It's just, I took that corporate route, grinded it out, corporate sales, multi-million-dollar producer.
Yeah.
Ended up hitting my annual goal in 3 months, and my reward for that was getting laid off less than a month after getting married.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I had to sit there newly married, just did $1 million+ for a company, and now I'm unemployed. And just sitting here rethinking all my life decisions, right? What's it like to look at somebody and say, hey, I'm going to be here to take care of you. I'm going to provide for you. Look at her dad and say, don't worry, I'm going to take care of your daughter. Yeah. And then 3 weeks later, I ain't got a job.
Man.
Whoa.
Man.
Really, bro?
That's heavy, bro.
Wow.
So it was crazy, but one thing I learned was man, if I can do $1 million cold call for these people,
absolutely.
I can make at least 6 figures working for myself.
For sure.
Yeah. He said 1,000, y'all. My man said, how much? $1 million?
Yeah, $1 million,
Bro,
over $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's crazy is when they let me go, I was negotiating a deal for them that was going to be $1.8 million a month. Woo! They let me go a little too soon.
Yeah, they did let you go a little too soon, man. So my thing is, how did you kind of transition and maneuver and kind of get in that mindset of entrepreneur to worker?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was crazy. I usually give people the shortened version of my story because I actually didn't jump full-time to entrepreneurship after that.
Yeah.
I ended up taking the general sales manager role.
Yeah.
Actually at LA Fitness, and my boss, super cool. His boss, super racist. So every day I'm listening to him talking to my boss, saying racist stuff about me. I'm the general sales manager. I was getting paid less than minimum wage. I was getting $6 an hour as a general sales manager. Everybody that worked for me got paid more than me. So I was like, yo, this isn't the vibe. I got to switch it up. Start selling health insurance. Became a top producer. And then they laid off thousands of people. And I was like, all right, that's 2 layoffs. I ain't been married 6 months yet. So I was like, I feel more confident taking our financial future into my own hands instead of putting it in the hands of somebody that could care less about me and my family.
Nah, bro.
Man, so for you, man, what was going through your mind though? What was the mentality as you was going through that? Did you feel like, man,
I was gonna catch a body? My wife would tell you, I was trying to post up at the job. Don't do it.
Wow.
But nah, man, you just feel like a failure.
Yeah, bro.
That's
what type of man? The Bible says that a man that can't provide for his family has denied faith, and is worse than an unbeliever.
Yeah.
So to finally have a family, and all of a sudden you can't provide for them?
Absolutely, bro. It's a whole different ball game.
Whole different ball game. I say, bro, you living worse than an unbeliever right now.
Yeah.
You can't take care of your family because you put more faith in somebody else.
Yeah.
Instead of the faith that,
Don't you
I was
start,
created
bro.
in God's image, man.
Don't you start. Don't make me catch
Gotta
the Holy Ghost. Hey! You know what I'm saying?
Spirit flowing, man. Cause I was like, yo, I was created in the image of an infinite God.
Absolutely, bro.
Right?
Facts.
So, I'm made in the image of the I am that I am. The God of infinite abundance, right?
Yeah.
Y'all already know one of my favorite quotes is, he reached into abundance, took abundance, and yet abundance remained. That's where I come from.
Yo, slow it down. Say that one more time, bro.
He reached into abundance, took abundance, and yet an abundance remained. I'm made after that type of a guy,
bro.
and I was settling, saying, "Oh nope, I gotta get this paycheck."
Yeah.
Nope. Yes sir. Yes ma'am. May I go to the bathroom? Nope. Hey, my mother-in-law is in the hospital. Is it okay if I leave a little bit earlier so I could take care of my mother-in-law? No, get back to work.
What?
It's crazy, bro.
So it's like, yo, am I really gonna settle for this?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. That's good, bro. So I think right here, I think is where we're gonna really give y'all the ingredients that y'all need, because although we want to talk about the background and where they came from, we also here to give y'all the underdogs or even top dogs, the game that you need to really excel and really have that secret sauce. You feel me? So me and Marlon will go back and pretty much ask you questions, but man, you know, we just chopping up, having a good dialogue. So, man, all right. So, what was that moment to where you tapped into what you do right now? For most people that don't know what you do, what is it that you do? And then when did you identify like, yo, this is my sweet spot right here?
Yeah, man. And it didn't even start off with that much clarity. Like I was just running a marketing company, right? When I was at LA Fitness, I ended up taking a course learning how to do marketing. I was like, all right, I can do this for myself. So I was like, you cold called and you did $1 million in sales. Now you know marketing, you can generate leads, you can close leads. It's like you'll never have a money problem.
Yeah.
So I started off doing that, and it got to the point where people was hitting me up. They're like, yo, bro, what's up? Do you work anymore? Yeah, bro, what you mean? And it was because there was a month where it's like the first week I was traveling, I was in Houston. The next week I was in St. Louis. The third week I was home. The fourth week I was at Disney. It's like, bro, we check your socials. You traveling all the time. Like, you don't even work no more.
Yeah.
That's like, bro, I still made $20,000 this month.
Wow.
And that's like, hold up. What? You've been traveling all month and you made 20 grand?
Yeah.
And you know, we get so caught up in this entrepreneur life, like we be thinking that's common.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't everybody work 10 hours a month and make $20,000?
Yeah.
So then people was like, yo, can you teach me how to do what you do?
Yeah.
And then that's how I got into the coaching space.
Absolutely.
And now I teach people how to turn their annual incomes into monthly incomes by doing one virtual event every single month.
I love it, bro, man. And that's game, dude. I want to ask you this, Jay, like, right? When it comes to marketing, right, let's say that somebody wants to go in the marketing space, right? What are 3 steps that somebody needs to do to build their brand from the ground up? From a marketing standpoint.
Man, just in the business standpoint in general, people got to start off with one, clarifying their message.
Yeah.
We all have a message. We need to clarify what that message is and then get that message out to the masses. And then we have to monetize that message.
Yeah.
So we create the message, get out to the masses, and then we got to monetize it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So we know never work the 40, right? Like that's like never work the 40 to go. So if you want to leave your job, get with him, right? So like we know that you're known for definitely like going inside people's companies and then helping them to get their time back, right? What have you realized as you're in these companies, like one of the biggest struggles, and then how do you put them in a position to get those hours back to spend with their family?
Absolutely. Like, if anybody knows me, like, I always talk about, like, we talked about brand.
Right.
I always say you got to know who you stand and what you stand for, but also what you stand against.
Yeah.
And one of the things I stand against is hustle culture, grind culture, solopreneurship.
Yeah.
Like, I don't believe in being a solopreneur, but I see so many people get caught up in that because they think, oh, if I have to pay somebody, that's less money than I can make. But really what you don't realize is if you have the team, the more people you pay, the more work can be done, the more money you can generate.
Yeah.
So people are so caught up trying to hold on to 100% of their grape instead of getting 50% of the watermelon.
Bro, I'm about to throw you out this swing, bro.
Throw them out the swing.
That was fire, bro.
Yeah, bro.
So how important is it to hire the right people, and what should we be looking for when we hire people in our business if we're looking like what would be the first 3 hires? Let's just say, for instance, somebody who's a coach.
Yeah.
What's the first 3 hires that a coach should make right now?
Yeah.
You a coach, listen up to this.
You definitely got to start off with the virtual assistant, right? Now, like, get a VA. They can handle a number of tasks for you. Like, the way I manage my VAs is different than the way No, I do it for my clients. 'Cause I look at my clients like, yo, your VA run your whole business for you. My VAs, I give them one job, one task.
What's going on, family? Hey, I hate to interrupt the video. I know you're getting so much value, but I'm just out here for my walk, and I'm getting message after message after message of people saying, Jeremy, how do I increase my close rate? How do I double my deals? So I actually put together a free training, absolutely free, of some of my top closing strategies that you can actually watch and implement immediately. Just click the link in the description, go watch it, double your deals. Back to the video.
All you do is design my YouTube thumbnails. 40 hours a week, that's all you do.
it, yeah.
You edit my long forms. You edit my short forms. You edit my SEO. You do all my cold outreach. You do my initial consultations.
Yeah.
So that's the way I typically do it. But if you're just starting out, you ain't got the budget. That one VA can handle all this type of
And
stuff.
all of it, absolutely.
Right? And we even got to the point now where I got a client, her name's Mandy.
And,
I'm trying to get her to put her launch for a virtual event together, and she ain't put the webinar together. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Her VA say, Mandy, don't worry about it. I'll do it for you. I say, dang, you got VAs putting your webinars
That's
together?
crazy. That's crazy, man. I want you to talk about, man. I want you to talk about the importance of when do you know is the time for you to have a team?
From the
When
start.
you starting up.
That's good.
From the start.
From the start.
From
Because
the
I feel
start.
like a lot of entrepreneurs, right? They feel like they have to have their hands in everything, right?
Yeah.
They feel like they have to do everything, and they feel like they have to be everywhere. And a lot of times they get burnt out, and then
Yeah.
they fall off the spectrum.
Yeah, they're definitely
Yeah.
going to burn out. Another part of my story I never mentioned to people is I worked and grinded and hustled so hard in corporate America that literally sent me to the hospital several times. Sitting there in the hospital bed,
Yeah.
machines attached to me, monitoring my heart. So I'm so against it where I'm like, yo, stop hustling, stop grinding, build a team from the start.
Yeah.
Like, stop trying to learn how to do everything. Do what you do best, delegate the rest.
Oh, say it one more time for the back row. One more
Let's go.
again.
Do what you do best, delegate the rest. They get started. I don't know how to put together a brand guide. Hire somebody that can do that. I don't know how to do Facebook ads. Hire somebody that can do that.
that's
I don't
good.
know how to put together webinars. Hire somebody. I don't know how to manage my content. Hire somebody.
Godly, bro, you going hard, bro. I didn't tell you that.
Right.
This is crazy. All right, so
We warming up.
you know, yeah. So, how does somebody break that mental barrier of price? Somebody who has an issue with charging their worth.
That's good, bro.
So, if you're a coach, come get. I think this special. I think this episode is special for coaches. If you are a coach right now and you're watching this, pay attention to what this man's about to say. Like,
They don't
how
want
do
to
we?
hear it.
No, they need to
Tell
hear
the
it. No, they
truth,
need to hear
bro.
it. How do they break that barrier of charging?
First of all, if you're a coach who doesn't have a coach, you don't deserve to be a coach.
Woo! No. Say that one more again. Yeah.
A coach that doesn't have a coach doesn't deserve to be your coach. All my clients that get the best results, they all paid me a premium price. And it was like, oh, I just charged $500. Then they pay me $17,000. And all of a sudden the client's like, well, I can do $1,000. They're like, nah, bro, we charging $10,000 minimum. Because that transaction cost them to transform to a premium person.
Right.
Wow.
The transaction helps you transform to a premium person.
Yeah.
So when you're willing to invest $17,000 into yourself, it's easy for you to ask other people to invest $17,000 into you.
Yeah.
Right? But most people, they're not willing to invest into themselves. So why would anybody else ever invest into them?
Yeah.
So now they're charging
That's heavy
pennies.
game. That's heavy game. That's heavy game. Man, bro, I want to ask you this, right? How long did it take you? Like, when did you know, like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing for the rest of my life?
Wow.
Like, when was that moment, that clarification that
Light bulb.
God just spoke to you? Was like, this is where I need to be right now.
Man, after finally speaking on stages,
Yeah.
people coming up to me and saying like, man, I resonated with that so much. That never working for it, bro. I'm working 80 hours. I never get to see my wife. I never get to see my kids. And it's like, yo, you're not even living.
Yeah.
Oh, right? Oh, God. And that's what it is. Like, we need to have a sense of urgency and actually, because at the end of the day, like, we're all dying.
Yeah.
Like, it is not a mystery that I have less sand in my hourglass today than I did yesterday.
Absolutely.
I'll have less sand in my hourglass tomorrow than I did today.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I'm dying. So we need to live like we're dying, or else we end up dying like we never lived.
Jay, you better cut it out. I'm about to throw you off this. What floor we on? The 20th floor.
Wait a minute. Rewind and say that again for the people who didn't hear you.
I gotta take that note.
Y'all gotta live like you're dying.
Wow.
Or else you end up dying like you never lived.
God, bro. Pin drop.
I don't think there's nothing else that needs to be said on this podcast, bro. All right. What would be 2 things that you would say to that coach, that speaker, that entrepreneur, that new business owner that's been in business and business ain't business and right now? What would be your word of advice? What would be those 2 things that's like what the Lord is telling you right now to say to those individuals right now, fam?
Yeah. Forget everything you know.
That's a mark.
Dude is
That's a
savage,
What
bro.
is
Yes, man. We have all these thoughts in our head, and we're like, oh, I didn't make any money the last 6 months. And now all of a sudden, it's like, oh, well, I just can't make money. But it's like, just because you didn't make any money in the last 6 months, don't mean next month you can't make more money than you made in the last 6 years. So, like, one thing, Damon, actually, we talked about this, and it stretched me because you live to a level of questions that you ask yourself.
Yeah.
Right? He told me one of the questions he asked himself, and it was super empowering, where we was doing the math, figuring out your financial freedom number, right?
Yeah.
Like, over the next 20 years, I need to make this much money to be financially free. And obviously, it's a big number.
Yeah.
Then the question he asked himself was this. He said, how can I make that much in the next 6 months?
Wow.
Now your brain starts to think
Yeah.
differently. Now you can start figuring things out. And you're like, yo, all right, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to, like, all right, how much you want to make? You want to make $50,000 a year? Alex Hormozy said this. They said, Alex, if you had to start over and go from $0 to $100,000 a year, what would you do?
Yeah.
He paused for a second and said, I'll do 2 things. First thing I'll do is I'll sell something for $100,000. Second thing is I'll sit down and think about what I'm going to do for the rest of the year.
It's crazy. More time to think, more time to strategize, more time to plan.
Time to do whatever. See, we
it.
see these
That's
price
it.
points. Oh, I need to make $1 million. How could I make $1 million next month?
Yeah.
Find a property that's worth $10 million, get it for $9 million, wholesale it, sell it for $10 million. You make $1 million profit off of that. But we don't understand that we can fast track the money.
Yeah. Bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all be sleeping on people. Like, my dude right here is a savage, bro. Like, he's masterfully just killing it. All right, so as we land the plane, right, where can the people find you at? Okay, and then if they're looking to be able to join your community and your program, definitely let them know where they need to tap in at, fam. And make sure you look into the camera so they can feel that vibe and that energy.
Nah, for real, y'all. Y'all can look me up any social media at The Real Jeremy F. At The Real Jeremy F, like Funderburk, F. Some of y'all gonna type a T, but that's a different story, different time. And just neverworktheforty.com, 40, neverworktheforty.com.
Wow.
Y'all can go there, y'all can see a case study of a girl named Elizabeth. She paid me $10,000. I started coaching her.
Yeah.
8 weeks after we started the program, she had a $20,000 a day.
Talk about it, man. Talk about it.
$20,000 a day.
So
Talk
y'all
about
can
it,
get the
bro.
case study, and if y'all resonate with it, then hit that calendar link, book a time to chat, and then we'll have you get them same results. And
Before we begin, man, before we end, man, I want to, what would you say to that person, right, who is debating on leaving their 9-to-5? They realize that the 40 ain't working for them. They realize that, they have a dream, they have a goal, they want to go into entrepreneurship full time. What would you say to that person? I feel like that person that's watching right now, they need that clarity.
oh yeah, man, and it's hard because man, people always bring me in to speak. Give my audience the step by step to leave your job.
Yeah.
Bro, I got laid off. So what that taught me is you don't have to prepare.
That's it. God, that's it, bro.
You don't have
That's
to
it.
prepare. You already have everything in you. So all you gotta do is just go out, provide us. Or business is simple, right?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing complicated about business.
Right.
As bare bones thing, you have a product or service. You sell that product or service for a profit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Well, I don't have a product or service. You have a unique story. You have a unique story. We have unique gifts.
Yeah.
Take your story and your gift, package it up as a product, and sell it to somebody.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is Jeremy Funderburk. Never worked the 40, the GOAT. And listen to me, I'm telling you right now, If y'all got game, man, we want to definitely feel the love in the comments. Drop in the comments exactly what you got from this episode, man. Listen, fam, we super appreciate you, Jay, for coming through.
appreciate y'all,
You know what I'm
man.
saying,
Love you,
bro?
dog.
And
y'all, my
it's the
brothers.
squad coming to let you know. Let's get it, let's grow, let's be great. But most importantly, you don't have to work to 40. You can live twice if you leave a legacy.
Hey.
Peace.
Out.